Hello everybody out in YouTube land. I told you guys in a previous video that I had been doing some jogging. Most of it I've been doing at the gym just so that I can be sure that I'm maintaining my pace and know exactly how far I'm going and all of that. But I've also jogged a couple of times around my neighborhood, which is like way more fun than being on a treadmill. Just because I think the distance and the time passes faster if you've got something to look at that's not, you know, the digital display. Obviously that makes time go slower with the whole a watched pot never boils type situation. So anyhow, I jogged around the neighborhood last week. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but I jogged around the neighborhood last week and I could not believe how far I went. So, I mean, I ended up clocking it with my car and it was 1.25 miles. So, I mean, it's not like 10,000 miles or anything, but I had to quit jogging because it was getting dark, but I think I could have gone a little bit farther, maybe to 1.5 miles. So I was pretty excited, and I'm going to show you guys where I went, my little route here. So hold on for 1 second. Bear with me. Hopefully I can navigate a car and manage not to kill us all in the meantime. Well, I guess since you guys are just watching this, you wouldn't be killed, but I would. So I'd like to avoid that for today. Okay, so here we are in my alley. Just ignore this part, please. But I'm like the slowest video editor, so if I have to edit clips together, it takes like 12 times longer and I'm less likely to actually post my video, so just FYI. Okay, so here's my house and we are now heading down the street. So what I did was I walked this portion, okay? I was just walking down the sidewalk right here at a fast pace, of course, but still just walking. I wasn't like jogging at this point because I definitely feel like warm-ups are important. So, okay. Here we are. We're still walking. And basically, just to let you guys know, once I started jogging, I didn't intend to go that far. I was just sort of doing the whole let's see how far I can go thing. And I really caught myself by surprise. And I think that a lot of times we don't push ourselves to, you know, press our limits of what we can do. And so a lot of times I think we shortchange ourselves. I'm still walking here, by the way. I think a lot of times we shortchange ourselves on what we can actually accomplish just because we have these limits in our brain of what we can do. You know, and mine was sort of like now I can jog 1 mile straight, but I can only jog 1 mile straight, you know, and so I was kind of surprised, even though a 1/4 mile isn't that much farther, I was kind of surprised when I clocked it that I had managed to go that far without hitting that 1 mile mark and just completely falling apart. Oh, and speaking of joggers, here's a little healthy lady carrying poop. Yummy. Okay. So as you can see from her jogging, there's a little jogging trail here. And I still walked up to this point because I think, like I was feeling, it was after a long work day and I was sort of like, am I really gonna, like, jog? Anyway, well, I decided once I got to this tower thing right here that I'd start jogging. So, I don't know if you guys can see it from this angle, but there is a trail over there. So, I was jogging from here on out. And I'd say I was jogging at 4.5 probably. If I jog any faster than that at this point, I tire out way too early and I can't go as far. So, I just jogged slower so I can go farther. So anyway, there's a jogging trail over there. Okay, so here we are at the street corner. Now once I got over here, I turned and went down this little sidewalk. See, there's where the trail connects. Okay, so I got on the sidewalk and I jogged down here. And like really the whole time that I was jogging, I was thinking, okay, just make it to this street corner and then you can stop. And then I would get to the end of the corner and then I turned in right here. And then I would get to the end of the corner and I would be like, you can go farther than that. Go the next one. And then I would turn And by the way, I'm jogging this whole way. So then I would turn and jog another block and tell myself, okay, just make it around the turn of this curve and then you can stop. But then I would always get to the end of that block and decide that I could go farther. So I was really like surprising myself at this point because I've never really been a jogger. I think I mentioned that in a previous video, that basically I was sort of like physically inept as a child because I was, you know, an overweight kid. I think that maybe I could have done more things than I did, but I just didn't have the self-confidence to push myself to do it, which is one of the big things that I try to instill in my older kid, since he's old enough to understand, and I'll try to instill in my younger kid too, is to have some confidence in yourself and try to push yourself to accomplish, you know, goals that you want to set for yourself, and not to be intimidated. Because, you know, as a kid, I looked at all the other kids in gym class running all over the place and playing sports and doing stuff like that, and I was totally intimidated and didn't, you know, feel like I could do it. And even like coaches would approach me and ask me to play basketball and stuff like that since I was tall, and I was like, no, I can't play. Mostly just because I was scared to look like an idiot. So I don't want Jacob to be scared of what other people think. I just want him to push, push, push. So this whole time I'm jogging, and at this point I am like, holy freaking crap. I have jogged like really, really far. And it's at this point, since it's evening, that it's like starting to get dark. But I got down here, my house, I know you guys don't know this neighborhood, but my house is up here on the left over there, but I was like, I'm not ready to stop yet. So instead of stopping, I turned right here and I jogged all the way down this street too. And at this point I was like, okay, I really need to turn around and go home, because pretty soon it's going to be so dark I'm going to trip over a crack in the sidewalk and kill myself. So that would be bad. I would hate to end my jogging career with a face full of concrete and call it a day. So right here at this corner is where I finally stopped jogging. But it's 1.25 miles. So excited. Too bad I did not, you know, record that on my odometer. You guys are just gonna have to trust me. I know that's hard. Anyway, so now I'm gonna head to work, since that's where I'm supposed to be going anyway, rather than driving around the neighborhood talking to my camera. But I wanted you guys to be able to see that, you know, I was scared to jog around the neighborhood really at first because of that whole intimidation factor. Just, oh my God, people are going to be eating dinner in their houses, or they're going to be watching TV and they're going to look out the window and be like, why the hell is that girl jogging? She doesn't look like she needs to be jogging. Oh my God, what, she made it like 0.1 miles, whoo, you know. But really, it's like, seriously, that's sort of as retarded as making fun of fat people at the gym. It's like, at least I'm not a fat person sitting at home on the couch, like waiting for pounds to drop off, or eating a Cheeto or something. I mean, how do people expect, or how do I expect fat people to get thin and healthy if they're not jogging? So it's sort of a weird thing, but sorry, I'm like trying to figure out where I'm going. Anyway, I just got over that. Basically, I was like, you know what? If they want to look out their window and think whatever they want to think, then whatever. At least I am going to be fit and healthy, and they are going to be jerks. So anyway, all right, well, I'm heading to work, you guys. I'll do another video in a second here, but this one's getting really long, and I'm sorry about that, but I'll do a different video about my weight updates. And I've got some news. It's, you know, I'm getting close to that 50-pound mark, so you guys will find out in a minute. Bye.